Hello. We are live. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for this Ask Darling Anything regarding McDonough, Henry County real estate market. Thank you so much for being here. If you follow me, you know that this is new to me, going live. And hopefully this will not be the last. I think it will be okay. I'm used to other platforms, but here is not a norm, but it's going to be okay. So I am excited. I'll be with you for the next about 15-20 minutes just to share some information about the city of McDonough. So if you can hear me or you can see me, let me know you are here. I'm looking at the chat to see, but again, I am new here. So please bear with me. Just ask questions. Hopefully I'll see them and I'll be able to answer. Again, thank you so much for joining me today, this live session. Yeah. So McDonough, where is McDonough? Where in the world is McDonough, Georgia? So we are about, depending on where you are in McDonough, but at the tip of it from the city. I like to use the city and the airport. If you're familiar with my videos, whether I do them in English or I do them in Haitian Creole, I always give like a targeted point of focus. Like I use the airport a lot. And I use the downtown, the city a lot, because those are two main points that people always, use as reference, right? They want to know how far is it to get to downtown, or how far is it to get to the airport, especially the airport. People like to know how far they are from the airport because if they like to travel, which most people do, they like to travel, they want to know, especially with traffic, with the I'm not going to say it's a stereotype. With our reputation we have for the metro Atlanta area traffic situation. So it's always good to know how far the airport is. So I'll say about 25-30 minutes from the airport without any traffic, okay? Without any traffic, but with traffic it may take you a little more. It's always unpredictable. If you at the tip of the city, then 25-30. But if you are deep in, like there is an area in McDonough that it could take you a good 45-50 minutes as you go further south and east, like southeast, right? Then it would take you a good 45-50 minutes, depending on traffic. So it's still not too far from the city or the airport, and it's still a good place for a lot of families. So if you are thinking or considering relocating, McDonough is one of the cities that's recommended, that I would recommend. I'm not trying to be biased because I'm here, but I'm here because I found value. I'm here because it works for me and it works for my family. I raise my children here, so it works for us. It works for us. So what are some of the pros, right? What are some of the pros of living in McDonough? The proximity to the city that we discussed, and also price of the homes are still good, right? Price of the homes are still affordable, I could say. Right now in this market, if you are looking to purchase, and I'm going to give different examples, if you're looking to purchase a home in McDonough, you can get like a 3-bedroom, I would say in the high 2s, or you can get a 4 to 5 bedrooms in the mid 3s. So the average price really is in the mid 3s if you're looking for a home that is at least 2,500 square feet. The market right now is different. All right, the market right now is different. The homes are sitting, this is for my home sellers, for my homeowners who are thinking about selling, the homes are sitting longer than normal. So right now we have an average day on the market between 60 and 90 days. That's what I tell my sellers, between 60 and 90 days. So we do all that we can to get the property sold, but because of the situation of the current market, current economy that's really going around, it's not just in McDonough, it's just really around the US. But again, there's still some spot that I hear agents say they're still in a buyer's market, they're still in a seller's market, I'm sorry, where the homes are going fast. But in our market here, they sitting. So what does that mean for people who looking to buy? Well, supply and demand. So if there are more homes on the market, then you have more ability to negotiate. So that's a pro for you. And for the sellers too, if you are trying to sell, then you need to know, you need to really prepare your home. You need to really be at the top of the market. So when someone is looking, they can go to your home instead of going to the next home. So you have to make your home the home in the market, so they can pick yours over the others, because if not, it's just too many. They just have so many options right now in this market, so the homes are sitting a little longer. So yeah, so that's a good reason right now if you're looking to purchase in the McDonough area. So that's definitely a good reason to move here. All right. So another thing, so we talk about the affordable housing. So yes, you can still get a good space. Most of the people that have moved here to McDonough have been relocation, like people from other states. We all know, when we have clients come from, I would say, let's say up north, right? When they're coming from up north, the size of the homes, like I have a lot of, because of my presence on social media, not necessarily on this platform, but primarily on TikTok, I do get a lot of relocation clients. And the relocation clients, when they get here coming from up north and they see the size of the homes that they can get for their money, they just go crazy. So you can still get a good size. And again, people relocate for different reasons. Some people, the size matter to them. Others is the location, it's proximity to what they want to do. So they have different things that matters to them. And that's what I always advise people when I do my consultation. I always tell people, focus on what matters to you. Discuss with your family what matters to you. What matters to your cousin, to your neighbor, it's not the same. You're a different person, different family with different needs. So focus on you. Budgeting, everything, just focus on you. Focus on you. So it is I don't even know if people are here because I don't see anyone. But again, we're going to go with the flow. So I hope that you are getting the information. So another thing that's happening is the growth. Oh my goodness. If you know anything about Henry County, within the past, I'll say within the past 2 years, it has exploded. Have you guys been on exit 222? 222, which is the Jodico exit. Oh my God, the construction there near the new Costco. I found out today, I went to do an interview with one of the local businesses there. I found out today that that a Carrabba's is coming. And there are some buildings, I need to find out exactly what they are. There are some buildings that I don't even know what they are yet. I need to find out. Because, that's my area, that's my market. But I need to find out what they are. It's just things keep popping up. And if you go further down, like exit 216, well, that's Locust Grove. I know. It's one of the least favorite exits because of the trucks, right? Because there are so many warehouses down there on 216, exit 216, around 216 to 12. So the growth, they're building like apartment complex. I mean, so many. It's like every exit, you turn left, you see a new subdivision, here, not just houses, but apartments as well. And there are some homes that are also being built for rent, okay? There are quite a few communities that are being built for rent. So people are moving People are moving whether they are renting or buying. But of course, we are here promoting home ownership. We are here to explain, to share with you the importance of being a homeowner. We are going to advise you to plan to become a homeowner. So renting, yeah, it's okay. They can build for rent. Renting is okay because you have to be ready to make the purchase, and while you preparing yourself, you need a place to stay. So but when you're renting, we want you to keep in mind that it is temporary. It's not the final spot. It is temporary. So I think I have some questions coming, but I'm gonna look in a different device to see what the questions are because I don't see them. I don't see them. I'm being told I have some questions, but I don't see them. So this, oh, there you go. I'm seeing it. Are sellers providing concessions? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. The sellers are providing concession. And again, as I mentioned, it is supply and demand. Because it's supply and demand, you have some sellers, you have so many homes on the market. The buyers have so many options. So the sellers are more prone to provide concession because as a listing agent myself, because I do have quite a few homes on the market, I explain to my sellers that this is what's happening right now in this market. If you don't want to share, if you don't have room to share, you have to plan in your numbers. When you do your net sheet, you have to plan that concession because most people are going to ask for some help in their with their closing costs. And if they can't get it from you, and it's necessary, they really need it, unless they really, really, really love your home, they're gonna want to move on to somewhere else. But of course, it depends on the situation. If you lucky enough, blessed enough for your home to have multiple offers, then you have the option of maybe not providing much. But the sellers right now, what I'm seeing, they are offering concession. How do you assist families that are looking to relocate to your area? We do have a conversation. Thank you for the question, Yolanda. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Yay. Yeah, so if they are, we have a conversation. We have a conversation first. One thing I always recommend that they visit, okay? Always recommend, don't take it based on what someone else tell you just because they come here and like it. I want them to at least come and visit different areas. After they visit, then you can make the decision. Because as far as getting qualified, we can plan for that. But the big move for you to leave your state, leave your comfort area to relocate to a different state, you can't, it's good. The videos are good, but I highly recommend that you come and put your eyes on the different location. So after you do that, so after they come and visit, then we sit down and we come up with a plan. And I tell them, listen, when you think, even have the idea for you to become a homeowner or even to purchase, to relocate to this state, you do not have to, you don't have to worry about it being like you don't have enough time. It can be in 3 months, it can be in 6 months, it can be in a year. You plan based on what's good for you and your family. I keep repeating this because sometimes people fail to realize that. They don't come together as a family to make that decision. And when you relocate to a whole different area, the rhythm is different. Like things are different, like especially like I mentioned, people who relocate from up north, like they may be used to public transportation. Well, in Metro Atlanta here, it's not like that. We don't have a bus that is going around every 5 minutes. We don't have that, okay? So it's a lot different because most people who relocate, they come to the suburb. They don't go to the city because they come here for the, for the space. So they want the big backyard. They want the big football field, master bedroom. So they're not gonna stay in the city because in the city they're not gonna find that. So it is very important for you to familiarize yourself with the area, and then we go through the step of the process for you to purchase, questioning about your job, questioning about, the steps that you need to take to make it happen. I hope that answers your question, Yolanda. Hi, Lucida. Thank you for joining. Hey, Kenya. Hey, Mariage. So is McDonough an appreciating city. What about the roads? Will they expand? Well, again, I mentioned earlier, so many changes are happening in McDonough. So I can tell you some of the roads because I know, like, if you're on 222, Rock Quarry. Rock Quarry actually right there is about to be expanded, and I'm telling you this because of personal experience. So someone very close to me do have a property of Rock Quarry. So the county through eminent domain had to approach them because they need a piece of their property in order to expand the road. So it's coming. It was supposed to start actually in January, but there is a delay with construction. So the roads are being expanded. It's even when you drive through the small communities, if you pick, you see the trees down. They're cutting the trees, they're expanding the road and building. So yeah, it is a growing city. How far it's gonna go, I don't know, but I'm not planning to relocate anytime soon. You never know, but you know. Yes, very good question. That's a very good question. But yeah, so the options are wide open for you if you are looking to relocate in McDonough. So I've heard also that people talk about the traffic that we have over here. Yeah, it's bad. I did a meme the other day. It says McDonough rush hour lasts all day. It really sometimes you feel like it does. But where in Metro Atlanta that you don't find traffic? You just have to know when to be on the road. It's kind of like when I schedule myself to go out with clients, there are certain areas that I will not go between 1 and 6 p.m. I will not, because I know the traffic is going to be there. But if I have to be there, I always give myself enough time so I can make it. So it's very important that you know the expectation, you know what to expect, so you know how to deal with the traffic. So you're around Metro Atlanta, the cities around Metro Atlanta, you're gonna have traffic. Yes, yes, yes. In the mean, stay away from the city, Yolanda. Stay away from the city. Okay. Once you around, you live around the perimeter outside of 285, then it gets better. You just have to work around it. Because once you get used to the area, it's fine. It's fine. You just have to know how to maneuver. Yes, there is a new sprout. There is a new sprout of exit 222 right next to the Costco. This is huge for us. This is huge for us for this area because, I've been there a few times because I have a child that's on a special diet. So I've been there a few times to get some, the the good organic stuff for them. So it's been, I've been in there quite a few times, and it's actually, the price is pretty affordable. It's not, people thought that it was going to be very expensive, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, GSU. Okay, sounds good. Yes, I'm pretty sure. GSU is right in the middle of the traffic. That's one of the cons, I guess, with Georgia State. It's right in the middle. I went there for a little bit during my college years, and it's just, it's right there. It's right there in the center of the city. So I can totally understand. I can totally understand. But you get used to it after a while, you get used to it. I'm so used to it now. I don't have anything in mind as far as moving. If I have to move, where I'll go, like, it's not even a thing right now because I'm so used to the area with all the pros and all the cons. So yeah. So the market here, homes are still being built, and believe it or not, when you look, that's something that we should think about. When you look at the number of people that are still renting, when you look at builders building homes for rent, we still have a shortage in the housing market for people because there's not enough homes. If you had to count the numbers, there's still not enough homes, But the problem is, one of the problems that we have in the area as well is some of the price, like between the people that are renting, what they're paying, and the cost of the homes, it becomes somewhat unaffordable, but not on a high scale, somewhat. And that's around the metro, not specifically for McDonough. That's just around the metro Atlanta area. It's just there is a shortage. And last I heard, it was around the U.S. Right? The numbers were it was around the U.S. that affordable housing is a little rough. So, what kind of activities that you participate in that area? Are there places in parks? Yes. There are places in parks. There are quite a few communities. They have, they have pool. If you're in an HOA community, but public parks. Yeah, most of the. Oh, that's another thing. I'm so glad you say that. There are quite a few. I think exit. What is the exit? Is it 221? I think 221 in McDonough. There is like a huge park now that they are building, and there's another one that is 224. So it's almost like every exit you're getting more places for activities and stuff for children, for families. So that is a very good question. So they are creating stuff more. Yeah. So this was good. Thank you so much, guys, for participating. And let me see, what do you say for people who want to wait until next year to purchase? Are they good? So the thing is, when it comes to wait, I always tell people, you will purchase when you are ready. I deal with that all the time. I'm dealing with someone right now who pays very high rent. Every time for the rent to get paid, they get mad, right? Because they're about to pay rent. So can they afford a mortgage? They can't afford a mortgage. But it's not just the money that they worry about. You have to be mentally prepared as well. So if you pay, my thing, when someone asks me if it's a good time to buy, should I wait for next year? What is your current situation? Are you paying rent or do you own a home? That's different conversation. Because if you're currently paying rent and you can get something, you can get a mortgage, you can get your own home for the same amount that you're paying, why not get a place? Why not pay your own? Because you're going to add, a few more months paying someone else's mortgages. But as far as purchasing, as far as getting your own, you're going to get it when you are ready. And not just financially ready, but mentally ready as well. Because there is many people, they have some resistance with that. Like, I don't feel like it. The home is just, if something break when you renting, I can just, call the landlord. So you're just going to spend your life calling the landlord and not get your own. So there's a lot of mental work to be done. And that's why it's important, before you even have a conversation with someone who understands the process, not just the process, but who understands the importance of investing in real estate. I can go on and on how when you purchase your first home, it's not just a home for you to stay, it's an investment. And you can use that same home, to blow up your financial status. So I have plenty of examples of that. So yes, you are going to purchase when you're ready. If you want to wait next year, it all depends on your situation. Have a conversation. When you're ready, you make the move. That's a good point. But if you're concerned about interest rate, we don't know. I don't have a magic wand. I don't know. Look at this government. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. At this point, we're just going with the flow. Do what works for you and your family. So that's that. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for the questions. I really appreciate you being here. This is my first official live, guys. And you showed up, and I really appreciate you. And hopefully it won't be the last. I need to get out here more. And I really want to thank Coach Ella for pushing me to do this today. And I really appreciate you. All right, until next time. Bye-bye. Thank you again.